So apparently today is one of those don't worry about caring what you're wearing days. As you can see, I'm wearing my typical don't care what I wear clothes. Today is going to be quite the day. So I've got to do some under-home inspection type stuff. I help out some customers with their homes and projects and whatever they need me to do. And part of that is sometimes crawling underneath their homes and just kind of giving a general check of things. Let the glow plugs glow. And of course right away the head unit's already setting up just because I did that. But you can see like in real time how it's setting up and working. Alright, so anyway, we're all glowed. There we go. So you can see full screen, change up my channels, Pig Hammer, Pig Hammer radio. It's just a specific type of music that I like listening to. It's Static X, but I've got Crossfire, Skrillex. That wasn't what I was trying to get, but I was trying to get the Crossfire radio, which is so the different channels that or different stations that I put on my Pandora. There's reasons why they're called certain things. Like I think the guy's name is like it's either Steven or Stefan or something like that, but he's got this song on it. It's Caught in the Crossfire, or it's called Crossfire. So that's why I put Crossfire radio on there. Because what it does is if I don't want to listen to, you know, my typical craziness music that I listen to, you know, the stuff that kind of gets you motivated, you can go ahead and put on something that's a little bit more smooth. You know what I'm saying? So while Big Black is warming up right now, I figured I'd show you something. So I got these, I got this headlight kit specifically for doing stuff. I'm going to show you something about that. So I did is I got this headlight kit, and it came with these batteries. And one of the things that the headlight kit or warnings that it said was that the charger that it comes with was basically just a wire, and it plugs directly into the charging port, and it's not by USB, so the plug on the end is a USB plug, but the actual jack that plugs into the light, it's what's called a barrel jack. The only thing that I didn't like about that was, if I can remember right, I'm pretty sure in the instructions that it said that don't leave it charging unattended because I think it won't shut off or something. So one of my flashlights was by a company called Nitecore, and this is a Nitecore IntelliCharger. So what's cool about the IntelliCharger, obviously it's got intelligence built into it. Something tells it how to charge the batteries. So right now, while they're fully charged, basically the charger doing that float charge or trickle charge. So I believe it's just a safer way to go ahead and charge the batteries for this headlight that I bought. I just thought I'd share that with you. Alright, so that's one down. Whoa. That better? Yeah, so that's one down. And got a couple more to go. So that one wasn't too bad. It's always very dirty down in this particular one for some reason. She has a little bit of water that comes into the backside, which stays, it hugs the wall, which is totally normal for these homes, but that's number one. Let's get on to more. I'm at the next job to go ahead and check the underneath. I'm going to show you what this is like, what we got to go through. So coming around to the back of the home, and what you do is you try to find, like, this is one of the smaller windows that are in these homes, and because I'm not a smaller individual, this is the size window that I need to access. So, and you can see underneath how, I don't know if you can see actually, That's tough under there, huh? So that's what I'm doing today, along with just doing some regular landscaping. Just trying to get underneath these homes, check the dryer vent, just check the general overall condition of what's going on under there. See if they got any standing water, any kind of issues. So actually that one took a little bit longer than usual because they had a couple of depressions. One was where the sewer pipe is, and you got to remember how these units are designed. Nothing's really, you know, that below grade once you get into the, I call it the basement, the crawl space of these areas. And it's, when I say a crawl space, I mean, I don't know if you can see on that section of video, the crawl space is like that military crawl. I mean, you're on your elbows and you're flat. So I usually use a creeper, and that works for me. But there are certain sections where your shoulders get hung up on the axles on these trailers, because they are trailers. They're basically a couple of trailers slapped together. So on this particular house, they had just a couple of depression issues where the soil is basically entering, like the electrical conduit from outside. The soil's kind of entering into that section, and I showed them what to do. And a lot of times I actually leave it up to the homeowner what they want to do, whether if it's something that they want to tackle, because a lot of the times, you know, these jobs that they have me do are very simple. And there are some people in here that have that attitude, just do it. Just get it done, go ahead, I want you to do it, that's why you're here. And that's how it kind of should be. I mean, I've had numerous conversations with customers saying, you know, I have no idea how I'm going to be. I mean, geez, I sometimes can't justify in my mind the labor that needs to be charged for a job. I just say to myself, man, how could I pay for that? But it is what it is, and people in this community are very happy with what I do, and I'm cool with that. So usually one of the things I do for my clients is, as I'm on my way out of doing other people's properties, if I'm nearby a client and I haven't contacted them, you stop by and you talk to them, because it's just only good business practice, I guess, if they at least see that you took the time or the attention to go ahead and come by their property while you were in that location. You can't catch everybody all the time, but I try to do my best and catch everyone that I can. That Android Auto, check it out. It's actually working like flawless. The only thing that, if you want to be a complainer about it, is that each time you connect it, you do have to connect it up. But I'll tell you, as far as the drivability for having Android Auto on this unit, it is way better than what the stock Easy Connect app provided, because this is something more than what I'm used to. Like with my wife's car. My wife's car has Android Auto, and I'm used to how that works. And even though Easy Connect, you know, does work, it's a mirror, and like the mirrored connection just is garbage when you think about it. So I just had to put it down. Gotta be careful when when you're using this thing and driving. You gotta pay more attention to what you're doing, and obviously that's what I'm doing. So, but yeah, that's it. Oh, look at that, low fuel. What else is new? Like I was saying, Big Black is always low on fuel. Are we literally just not supposed to have any more sun? It's all we've been having is like all clouds. I don't even know what I'm saying. But literally, it's making it like miserable to work outside, because that's, you know, majority of the stuff that I'm doing right now is doing cleanups and stuff. And, you know, because we've had a few frost days and it's basically killing all the vegetation. We had that nor'easter come through, and that, you know, took some needles and leaves off trees and kind of just created a mess. But the weather has just been absolutely miserable. Yeah, you see a little bit of blue sky right there, but that's literally it. It's almost next to nothing of blue sky. It's just kind of having that sunshine out there, especially when you're doing all this fall work. I mean, you can see all the garbage that I've got in there, and it's just miserable. But in this particular, so like good sparse sun, and I try this again.